Guys, Big Al here. Welcome back to the channel. On today's fragrance show, we're going to be talking about the battle of the fragrances from the 70s, 80s and 90s against, right, the modern day equivalent of beast mode fragrances. So from decades past you got Powerhouse, and then they're going to go against the modern equivalent of beast mode. So if you're interested in all stuff like that, stick around. I think you'll enjoy this one, and I'll see you in a minute. Cheers guys. Thanks a lot. Welcome back guys, thanks for tuning back in. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we'll crack on with the first one. Right, this is from the 80s. I'll leave all the exact dates, notes, prices, everything in the description box down below. Because we've got quite a few to get through guys, I'm just going to talk about the overall smell of the fragrance and give you some idea what they're all about. And that way you can check out at your leisure in the description more detail. Okay, so this is the first one. This is called Santos De Cartier, right, and it's a Powerhouse fragrance from the 80s, and it's got like a darkness about this. It's really unique from most of the other show today. But this is a fantastic fragrance. If you like a dark scent, obviously you have to wear it at the right time during the seasons of the year. But it's a cracking fragrance, and if you wear it, it'll last on your skin most of the day. So bear this one in mind. This is again, to show the sprayer, the bottom of the bottle. That's what the cap looks like. Nothing much to. It's got a typical 80s style bottle look, guys. You know, the way they used to style the bottles back in the day. You know, I went through all this era. So for the guys who do remember this stuff, you'll remember this quite fondly. Like, it's got lots of notes in here, so I say it takes forever for me to read all these notes there, but trust me, this is a worthy pickup. If you want to be different, you know, if you don't want to smell like the average Joe going into the club, this could be the one for you. Some people might say it's old and it smells old, but I don't buy into all that. People like fine art from years ago, they like music from years ago, and it's the same with fragrances, guys. We all like stuff like we used to like, so there's nothing wrong with that. But stand out as an individual, wear what you want, not what others can tell you should wear. So bear this one in mind, guys. Okay, now for the modern day version of something like this, I'm going to go for something like this out of my collection. And all these fragrances are based in my collection, because I've got all these. So I've worn them, I know what they smell like, how long they last. Yeah, and I've got nothing to lie by telling you, they do last on your skin a long time, these do. And this is Georgio by Profumo by Georgio. And it's a cracking fragrance. It's a modern day, it's aquatic. It's got dark notes in again, this one has, because it's got the incense of the patchouli in it. You know, it makes it a bit darker. You know, most of the most modern day fragrances in this category. You know, so it does the job perfect. It lasts in the summer. You can wear it all year round. It's an all-rounder, and it'll serve you well if you wear this. It's a cracking fragrance. So bear this in mind as well, guys. You know, and these would easily do a good head-to-head Powerhouse versus beast mode. You know, I like both of them, and fantastic fragrance in their own right. Again, we're going back to the 80s, and then this one here, look, is Oscar de la Renta, Pour Louis. Right, nice blue bottle there, some gold pipe around the top. Right, cap fits on this way. Little stout bottle there, look. And if you remember Q-Ross, everybody smelled Q-Ross from the 80s. That was always known as like one of the first beast mode to go on. Everybody was wearing it, and it was a cracking fragrance. And there's a few here today. There's this one I want to show you in a bit that went along the same lines as the Kuros. It does things a little bit different, but mainly it does remind you very much of Kuros in its own right. So again, it's got great longevity, you know, for when this kind of category I'm looking at a beast mode. On my skin it'll last well over 8 hours. I'm still smelling there's something there, one of the notes that I'm quite piercing, you can still smell it after 8 hours. You know, so it's there and you can detect it. So it has its right to be in this, you know, battle of the fragrances today. So again, it's nice, pleasant smell. If you love Kuros, you'll love this, and it's cheap as well. So bear this one in mind. Then we go to the modern day. Everybody's heard of this fragrance. You know, the Eau Sauvage. You know, EDT. It was known as, when it came out, as a over 10-hour fragrance. You know, and it's quite potent. When people was going in clubs, everybody knew what was wearing when you wore this fragrance. The Eau Sauvage EDT was known as the one to wear. Every club you went into, every pub you went into, everybody was wearing it. And they're still doing it today because it's fantastic. So, you know, if ever you ain't tried this yet, get your nose on it and purchase a bottle. You won't go wrong, put that in your collection and it'll serve you well. Okay, so that's the modern day beast mode. Okay, against its counterpart, which was the Pourlevé. Both good fragrances again. And I wore both of them, so they do last. Now this is the other one, guys, I told you about that was a bit like Kuros. And this is Ted Lapidus Pour On. It's an eau de toilette concentration. Look at the style of that bottle, you can tell it comes from the 80s, look. And the atomizer is actually fitted into the way the cap. A lot of them are styled this way. I'll just show the spray up. Again, this is more stronger than the Pourlevé, this one is. This will not Pourlevé out the water. This will last well over 10 hours. You know, no more than 8 hours. This is like a beast. You know what I mean? And so, this was a good fragrance if you want something to last your working day. You know, and if you love Kuros or something like that, put this on. Give 10 minutes to settle down, and you'll have something that smells a little bit like Kuros, going in that same direction. But it's not got the quality of Kuros, but it is good in its own right. Cheap as chips as well, guys. You know, get this next to nothing nearly. It'll last you all night, so bear that one in mind. On to the next one now. This is another cracking fragrance. This is Armani Code Profumo, one with the copper colour top. Right, and this one is known as, again, a clubbing fragrance. It'll last you 10 hours, you know, on your skin. Depending on where it works on your skin, obviously. But most people that have been on, you know, these YouTube channels and they've reviewed this fragrance and they've worn it themselves, they're having that same experience of great longevity on it. So, you know, I'm not going to argue against that because I've worn it myself and it does work on my skin. So it's one of the fragrances I love to repurchase when it runs out. I've only got a bit left in there. When this one runs out, I'll definitely get another one, guys. So, you know, it's pretty good. Look at the bottom. Just standard Armani Code. This is a flanker to the original. If you like the original, it's got the same backbone as the original, but you just takes it to a slightly different direction. And that's what all these flankers tend to do. You know, they take the original strain and they just mess around with it to just try and make it a little bit different from the original one. And this one works, it's really good. So bear that one in mind, guys. Try and get your nose on these. Now then, moving along nicely now, guys. This is a cracking little video. Powerhouse, eat your heart out. Right, now this one is Paco Rabanne Pour On. Again, this was from 1973, but it became really popular again during the 80s. But it released there was 1973, and this one is very like a soapy fragrance. A clean, soapy smelling fragrance. It's got a lot of notes in here, like I'll leave in the description, guys. And you'll see what's actually in here. And it does smell, you know, like a nice, clean, powdery, fresh smell. And it does remind me of a nice bar of soap that makes you smell clean and fresh. I mean, let's face it, not every guy wants to smell a citrus. Not every guy wants to smell, you know, something sweet. They just want a nice, smelling, clean fragrance to wear. And this will suit you well. You know, it lasts on your skin all day. You'll go back at the end of your work day, you'll still smell it where you sprayed it. And it's that good. So bear this one in mind as well. And this one now this is a cracking one again, guys. And this is from the 90s. Chanel Platinum Ego East. I love this fragrance. You know, I know I keep saying this, but because you can see, look, I've wore this a lot. So what I'm telling you now, these fragrances I'm showing today are wet on my skin. I've got nothing to lie about, because if I could lie about it, I'd just be feeling myself. So these fragrances, and this one, smell it in the air now. You put this on with a suit, going out somewhere nice, it'd be fantastic. But even in a club, and it lasts most of your day. I would say 10 hours with this on my skin. Do you know what I mean? No problem. You know, you can do that with ease. So again, that's a cracking little fragrance. You know, 100ml there. Now I'll show them up and look. Nice metallic cap. You know, there's the sprayer. And it's just, you know, fragrance. You can't go wrong with most, you know, fragrance. They're all, you know, got that quality about them. So this is no different. You'll love this if you get your nose on it. Here we go, guys. This is from the 80s. This is Georgio Beverly Hills. And again, you can tell by the style of the bottles, this came from the 80s. You know, this is the way the big bottles. It's 118ml now. Last year for ages. Now, check the top off. Old school atomizer look. And this one, yeah, again, it's very similar to the first one I showed you. I'll just show you this one again. These long, it's a bit dark, you know, although it's got a green coloured juice, it still gives off this dark note in there. Right, similar to this one here. Right, this one's a lot more darker, but this one does lean a bit towards this one compared to the ones I've showed you. And it is like a typical smelling 80s fragrance. And it'll last a long time on your skin. So if you want something that's going to outlast a Boss bottle because they're not performing over 6 hours, put some of this on, you know. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't wear something from the past. You know, I like to think that I'm an individual. I think you guys am as well. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't wear. You know, so bear this one in mind as well, guys. You know, look at that. It'll last you forever in there. Cheers, guys. Moving along nice in there. Now we look down to this last one now. Now, I want to share something with you, this one, because I think you have a right to know how I'm trying to look after my viewers. Now, this one here I'm about to show you now. I'll have to get my piece of paper out, guys, because I need to read some facts off to you. So, trying to save you a bit of money here, right? So, this, what I'm about to show you, is this fragrance here. It's a modern day fragrance, and it's Club de Nuit Intense Man, the limited edition. It's a fantastic fragrance. It's supposed to be like their interpretation of Creed Aventus, right? Most people in the fragrance community know this is probably one of the best clones they've got, you know. And it's not exactly the same, but for me it works, and it's this in my price range, and it gets me to smell something like Creed Aventus, and I can settle for that. What I can't settle for is how much the price difference from these online retailers I'm about to read out to you in a second. Okay, so let's put this down a sec. Now then, before I go any further, the company I'm about to mention, I've dealt with them for ages now, and I've never had a problem with deliveries. No bottles have been smashed. They do run a fantastic service. But I think somebody in their marketing team have got the pricing strategy wrong on this, big time. I just think you need to know about it. So maybe if somebody is watching from Latino, you can have a word with the people who are pricing your fragrance for this particular fragrance. Because I'm just going to read out to you now how much you're charging. £101 on Notino this morning for that. On the day I shared in this video. Right, it's 105ml. Right, it's the limited edition. Right, so for £101 you get to smell like Creed Aventus. So this is where the controversy comes in, guys. On allbeauty.com, that's another online channel in this country. I've had things off before who do things really good, you know. they've got it on there for £44.20. Now that's a massive difference for the same bottle of fragrance. Now I know everything's going up in this country at the moment. You've got electric, gas, everything's going up. And it seems to be everybody's just using an excuse to hike the prices up. You know, and I don't think that's fair. Not when the rival companies can do it at this price. It was even on eBay for £40.52 for the same bottle. So, this is, again, let me just clarify these. Not saying I'm a fantastic fragrance online retailer, and I do use them a lot, and I will continue to use in the future, right? I'm not telling you guys not to use their fragrance or the delivery, because you'll get some cracking fragrance discounts. So do the others on there. They'll give you a good discount as well. And I think sometimes, whether it's All Beauty, Notino, or Fragrance Direct, or whether it's Essential.com, right? These fragrance online retailers are more great in their own right. But a lot of supermarkets go around doing a price comparison thing, and they try to get something close to it, or they'll offer you the same price back or your money back or something like that. I'm not asking for the money back, but a price comparison which is closer, which saves me having to keep searching all over the internet for a better deal. Because at least then, if you're talking a few pence either side, I'd buy it. But I just feel like that was way out of order with the price that was being charged for this morning. I mean, I can see the price for £44.20 on All Beauty and £40, that's even cheaper, on eBay. So I hope that served you well, guys. You know what I mean? So that's the theme of this video today, is the Powerhouse fragrances versus the Beach Molder today. I hope I give you some kind of idea what to expect from them, and give them a try. I don't think they'll lose you down, but if you just want something in your collection that's different from everybody else's wearing, stick one of them 80s fragrances on, obviously in the right seasons, do your research, and then put it on, and I'll promise you, you'll go smell your wrist after 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, and you'll still be able to smell it there easy, and it'll be like powerhousing through to your 8-hour mark. So that's it from me on this video. I'm going to shoot a second video shortly, so I'll see you again hopefully on the second video. Okay guys, that's it from me. Okay, see you guys, have a good one. Okay guys, Big Al here, back again. Right, I'm just going to show you some extra B-roll film footage now with these fragrances, guys. Just to help with the video out with all that algorithm stuff, to try and help you, make some purchases based on this video. So I'm trying to show a few of the bottles there. You've got your Ted Lapidus at the back, look. You've got Paco Rabanne. Then you've got Paul Louis. Then you've got Georgio Beverly Hills, Chanel. You've got Santos De Cartier over there on the right as you're looking at this film. Then you've got Sauvage. Then you've got the Giorgio Armani Profumo. And then you've got Armani Cowl Profumo. And this one at the front, which caused a bit of controversy today. But it's a cracking fragrance. Lasts ages on your skin as well again, guys. So that is another one I'd urge people to buy on a budget if you can't afford the real creative enters. Give this one a try. And I'm sure, you'll love the smell of this one like I do. Okay, guys. Now, I'd just like to thank you for your continued support, watching my videos, tuning in, all different stuff, to help me improve this channel. So, if you don't mind, could you please like, share, and subscribe to this channel? And the aim is to keep bringing you content in my own style. Try not to copy different people and doing things. And hopefully we can build a nice community together. If you want to leave a comment in the section down below, please leave it. Even if it's something I don't agree with, I welcome all comments. I'm not out here to be a shrinking violet. If you want to say something you don't agree with, that's fair enough. I understand that. We've all got different tastes, and you will get a polite reply. So that's it for me, guys. Just thought I'd show you a bit of extra B-roll footage of the fragrances. So have a great weekend, guys. What's coming up? You know, if you're going out, enjoy yourselves. Be careful. Right, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, guys. That's it. All the best from me, Big Al. See you guys.